Hey folks, this is Matt out in Hillsboro, Oregon with a question for all you Hillary supporters out there. Have you ever had a friend, maybe you've been friends with them for a while, and you bring them around to your other buddies, and you know what, they're kind of obnoxious to your other buddies, and they just don't get along, but you're always making excuses for them, like, oh, he's a good guy, you just don't know him yet, you don't know him like I do, stuff like that. And you're constantly making excuses for this person. Well, the reason I ask is because I think a lot of Hillary supporters are doing kind of the same thing. You're making excuses for your candidate, and I just want to bring up a few points, and then you can make your own decision. The difference between the two candidates, in some ways, people in the media, in the mainstream media, they want to make it sound like it's not that big of a difference, but there is a tremendous difference. There's even a difference between the way they run their campaign and how they attack each other. So, Hillary and her supporters have claimed that there's been some unfair attacks on Hillary Clinton. Now, that she's been attacked because she's a woman, that the Bernie bro situation, that that Bernie Sanders supporters are sexist, misogynist. These Bernie supporters, on average, we're not talking about guys from Mad Men. We're not talking about guys that call women toots and give them a pat on the butt. These are progressives. These are forward-thinking progressives. They pride themselves on being forward-thinking. So to insinuate that Bernie supporters, male Bernie supporters, are misogynists, and by definition, apparently Bernie Sanders is as well. I mean, this is about as far from the truth as you can get. So, is there a Bernie supporter out there that's a sexist? It's possible. There's a lot of people out there, but by and large, the majority of them are good, progressive, forward-thinking male voters. So that's ridiculous. First of all, the other thing, Hillary's talked about things about like Bernie getting rid of Obamacare. Like it's just going to vanish while he decides to try and get single payer. The fact is, not till we get single payer will Obamacare be taken away, destroyed, or whatever phrase you want to use. When we get single payer, which is by far the most effective, most cost-effective, most comprehensive healthcare system that the world has right now. I mean, you look at Canada, you look at most of Europe, you look at all the industrial, wealthier nations, they all have it because it works. And even when Obamacare was installed, it was talk about moving in the right direction, and the direction that we want to move in is single payer. So, that's just, it's got a small grain of truth to it that yes, Obamacare would be dissolved, but all of these attacks have like maybe a slight sliver of truth, and then the rest of it is just bullshit. So, they've attacked the media, and Hillary supporters have attacked Bernie supporters by saying that they're young and they're impressionable and they're unrealistic and pie in the sky. But these young Bernie voters, these young people are getting their news from independent sources. Check out TYT, check out Secular Talk, check out Tom Hartman, Ed Schultz, Humanist Report. Those are all good sources to get independent news. And you may find that the news that you're getting from independent sources is much better, it's much more informative than you'll find with corporate media. Corporate media may have been at one time adequate for reporting the news, but now they just report whatever gets them ratings. And, Trump. So, less Trump, more facts. Always a good thing. Now these young voters, they're also coming out of college with tremendous college debt. They're coming into a job market that's not leaving them a whole lot. And I think that they're looking for something new, and they've done their research, and they like what Bernie Sanders says, and they like what he's done, and they think that single payer and single payer health insurance and public, free public schooling tuition, so that everyone can get an education. These are good things. These are things that other countries with less wealth than America have had, and it's helping their citizens. So what's wrong with that? Just because it comes from another country doesn't mean that therefore we need to dismiss it. It doesn't mean that it's not a good idea. If it works somewhere else, it can work here. So those are some of the attacks that Bernie has received. Now, none of them contain any facts. It's all about slant, maybe a sliver of truth, but otherwise it's complete bullshit. So, as opposed to some of the things that Bernie's attacked Hillary on, her connections to Wall Street, her speeches that she's given to Goldman Sachs. She's given 3 separate speeches, $250,000 or more, bam, right in her pocket from Goldman Sachs. She's taken millions of dollars from Wall Street, millions of dollars from Big Pharma, millions of dollars from private prisons. The list goes on and on and on. So, she also voted for the Iraq War, which Bernie didn't vote for. Also, Bernie, as far as campaign donations, he's only taken money from people like you and me. So, $27 is the average donation. I mean, it's crazy, but that's the way he's running his campaign because he has integrity and he doesn't want to be beholden to Wall Street and big corporations and everybody else. So, he voted against Iraq. He's against the death penalty. Hillary's for the death penalty. Also, Hillary's been for free trade. Now, Bernie's for responsible trade, but he's not just for, taking these jobs and packing them up and sending them over to Mexico or China or wherever and leaving a bunch of unemployed people over here in America. You need to have responsible free trade. Now, Hillary's been for NAFTA. She's also sent out like 43 different emails about how great TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, was. So then she later tested the political winds and found out that it wasn't popular to take that stance. So therefore she went back and said, oh, well, I just read it. I read the whole thing, and now I realize I don't agree with it. Well, you sent 43 emails out praising it to all your constituents. So A, you didn't read the damn thing, and you came out for it and told all these people and all these emails that it was a good thing. Or B, you're fucking lying. So make up your decision on that one. The other thing is, Bernie Sanders has been, like I said, he's been for gay rights, trans rights, men, women, middle class. Hillary didn't come out for gay marriage until 2013. Bernie Sanders was talking about gay rights back in the early 90s. 2013, Hillary? Seriously? Wow, you really took a risk there. Tested it again. These things are all Hillary's decisions. They're her votes. They're her stances. No one forced her to take money from Wall Street. Nobody forced her to make speeches for Goldman Sachs. No one forced her to vote yes to the Iraq War. These are all decisions that she made. And if you're running for the presidency, what do you think? We're not going to look at your record? I mean, that's how you really get informed about your president. That's how you make a good decision on who's the best candidate. It's not about who you like more. It's not about petty attacks or where they came from or their upbringing or anything else. It's about what do the facts say? What do their votes say? What do their stances say? What are the principles of what are the who is this person? Who are they taking money from? What are the policies? That's the most important thing. So don't make excuses for your candidate. Look at the facts. If you're a real progressive, look at the facts. And if you're a real progressive, you can't deny that Bernie Sanders is much more progressive than Hillary Clinton. He has foresight. He has leadership. He's a true progressive. If you want the same old thing, vote for Hillary Clinton. But if you want something new, if you want something better, if you think America can still do big things, and you want real change, vote for for Bernie Sanders, not Hillary Clinton. So, thanks for your time, folks. Feel the burn. Go Bernie Sanders.